This is The Real Hustle, new recruits. The hustlers are back, and this time they've brought in 2 new faces to help them with their scams. New recruits Polly and Jazz. They'll join original hustlers Paul, Jess and Alex. Working together as a team, they'll carry out scams that are more cunning and devious than ever before. On tonight's show, Gareth Gates dabbles in the stock market.
Bye, come on, let's go.
Alex hooks up with a couple of ladies.
Oh, I see, we've gone for the link. Interesting.
And this guy will never trust anyone again.
The guy was gone with his stuff and my stuff.
The marks in this show have no idea they're being hustled. They agreed the footage could be shown so that you can avoid falling for the same scams. The hustlers have invited celebrity friends to help them with their scams. They'll be thrown in at the deep end, no training and no practice, just straight in. This week's celebrity guest hustler is a pop idol finalist who sold more than 3.5 million records. Gareth Gates.
I'm nervous. It's the fear of the unknown more than anything. Having to try and act and be someone else to try and scam people. I'm naturally a nice person, so to try and con someone is quite against my nature. Naturally, I'm quite nervous about doing the scam because of my speech. Looking forward to that challenge.
Let me tell you what we're going to do.
Okay.
Have you ever dabbled in stocks and shares?
Well,
A bit?
yeah.
Okay, good. That's good. We're going to give somebody the opportunity to double their money today.
Okay.
Now you are going to be in charge of the trading room floor. Okay?
Really?
You've got a few things to do that you've got to get them right.
Right.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, come on, come with me.
Gareth will be a long way from the stage and totally out of his comfort zone in the stock swindle. The hustlers have set up shop in a corporate office building, which they've hired for the day. This is the Mark. She's been invited along to hear about an investment opportunity and has been told to bring money. Jess is playing the role of a secretary and has brought the 2 young ladies upstairs. The first stop is the trading room floor to meet Rob Marks, the investment fund manager.
Well, do me a favour, keep an eye on both sides because it's really important.
This is Carrie and Georgina.
Hi there, you are Carrie. Good, nice to meet you. Welcome, this is our trading floor. Basically what these guys are doing is they're looking at where all the opportunities are to buy and sell, and basically make as much money as possible. And we have a small advantage, but a very effective advantage. What they're looking at is sort of any kind of increase, and we have a little bit under a minute advantage on every other market in the UK. Well, it's all down to technology. I'll explain it in the room.
And here's Gareth's first big role, the convincer.
Right, guys, we're on 14.50 at the minute. As soon as it reaches 14.70, that's when we're going to be looking.
We're going to have a small window and you just need to blitz it, okay?
He's playing the trading floor boss, assisted by trader and new recruit, Jazz.
You see, we're all quite excited at the moment. We're looking at gold right now, which gold goes up and down, but it's been going up steadily.
For this scam to work, they must convince the Marks this is a legitimate financial business, and they're about to put on a show.
Right, let's see if we get a big possible.
Buy gold!
So what we do is we basically buy it all at a low price and then sell it all at a high price. So we do it in a very, very quick turnaround.
3, 2, 1, and stop buying.
Stop now,
So I'm going to stop buying
Stop
now
buying.
because the price is about to start going up.
Guys, as soon as we say, we need to start selling at 15.10.
Tell us when.
5,
It all sounds pretty convincing.
So now they're going to sell everything. The price will keep going up, it'll steady out, and then it'll come down again. And we will have sold at the top. So, anyway, why don't I take you around and explain? It's a little noisy in here, sorry.
Gareth's performance seems to have done the job.
Guys, thank you very much, Marius.
And the girls haven't recognised him. So far, so good.
3, 2, 1, and stop trading!
Stop there, guys.
Stop trading, guys, well done.
Very good. All right, come on. That's great. We basically just made about £500,000 there, so it's not a bad
Paul
deal.
leads his clients away from the noisy trading floor
Let me take you through here.
to an investors' lounge just down the corridor.
All right, the seat.
The girls settle into the lounge.
Let me just go and check one little thing. This is actually one of our investors, believe it or not, in the company. I'll just be right back.
Some very good spikes recently. At the moment, we're at 1400, the low 1400.
The TV is showing a financial news report, but Paul switches it onto a live feed from the trading floor.
Try and switch this over.
It's time for the pitch.
Every 20 years or so, the entire industry changes how it does business and how it transfers information. And if you think about it like TV moving from analog to digital, and next year everyone is rolling out to a new system. And that system is much faster than the information that we get just now. So when they get a price now, it's actually about a minute old. This is much faster, and it will be about 15 seconds old.
So here's how the company works. TRH Trading have charts showing live prices from the Asian markets. It's a brand new system for Europe, and only they have it right now. It means they get information 45 seconds ahead of all their competitors.
Buy, come on, let's go.
So they look for a peak in prices, buy low and sell high for a guaranteed profit.
Trading, stop trading, guys, well done.
And Paul's looking for investors to share a piece of the action.
So, if you're interested in investing with us, trade for a day with us, any amount of money you like, we guarantee to double it. And that's just as a welcome to the company, this is what we can do for you kind of deal. If you then decide to invest your money, not just the money you make, but hopefully the money, that you're going to put in the future, then we will basically discuss the kind of package that you would want, how much money you would make over the year. We don't double your money every month. In this 1 year advantage that we have, we try and guarantee everybody at least 1/3 compound per month on the money that you put in. We know what's going to happen, we know how to make money with it, and we can guarantee our customers a very good investment for the first year.
You guarantee?
It's never failed. If I know I can buy something for £1 and that in 40 seconds everyone wants to buy it from me for £2, it's easy.
Yeah, but it's going to be like one day or like one chance.
When we see that spike, you saw that spike earlier, did you see how big it got? When we see that, we know that we buy here and we know that we sell there. That's without any risk whatsoever. So yeah, if you bring money today, we'll double it for you. If anything went wrong, I'd give you the money out of my own pocket. That's how sure I am about this. I want you to kind of understand what we're doing. The most important thing is that you understand that we know what we're doing.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, the guys that you saw in the room there are some of the best and brightest from the business. They really know what they're doing. Why don't I give you some time to think about it? Yeah. Susie, are you going down to the coffee shop?
I can do.
Would you mind taking these guys down there? Just give them some time.
Yeah,
If you need to go to the bank or anything, all right?
The Mark doesn't have to make her mind up right away. Jess takes the girls downstairs to a nearby coffee shop to think about it.
And I'll hopefully see you in a little while.
Carl got your email.
You did?
Yep,
Thank
said
you.
everything's
All right.
fine. Thank
Take
you.
care.
And as luck would have it, the party bumps into another couple of investors, Alex and the other new recruit, Polly. And that's no accident.
How are you? Yeah, I'm good. Have you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course, mine reported.
Alex should look familiar to them, because he was the financial reporter they saw on TV just moments ago.
And Bolivia were very, very strong suppliers of the Arabica bean.
How could anyone resist valuable investment advice from this guy? He's here to give the company that final seal of authenticity.
I love Rob. I've been working with him for years. We've been acquaintances, but my advice to you, and I wouldn't say this in front of Rob, but that's why I've sort of accompanied Jay, is if you're going to invest today, try and invest as much money as you can. Even if it's, even if it's £100 here, £50 there, scrape as much of it as you've got, because...
So Alex's completely unbiased advice is to invest as much as possible.
I brought somebody down and Rob hadn't sort of explained the terms as clearly, and the guy sort of said, oh, all right, I'll do £500, something small. And he made 500 back, and he went, oh, great, next time I'll do 2,000. And Rob said, no, I'm afraid next time is minimum of 10. So he just said, he looked at me, he said, oh, God, I wish I knew. I would have, just got all the money I had.
Has financial reporter Alex done enough to convince the Mark to invest? She's about to find out you shouldn't always trust people you see on TV.
How much are you guys putting in today?
Oh, no. Quick, get your stuff, quick.
I need to get out.
Come now, come on.
When hustlers go out, they don't bring money, they bring prop bets. Challenges designed to win or lose a drink. But a proposition bet only has one rule, and that's that the hustler always wins.
Right, I've got a bet for you guys. It's a very simple bet. It uses 2 paper clips and a rubber band. Right? Now I'll tell you what, to make it interesting, we'll do this bet for £10. Right? So I'm going to put £10 up. Here's the bet. You've got to pick up both these paper clips with the rubber band. But you can't touch the paper clips. You can only touch the rubber band. You can put the paper clips anywhere you like, but you can only touch the rubber band. All right?
So to avoid buying Alex a drink, his new friends have to hook all 3 items together. But after they've positioned the paper clips, they're not allowed to touch them again.
Rachel, do you want to go first? Oh, I see. We've gone for the link. Interesting. If you manage to get one up, then the other one will be linked in. Makes sense. Yeah. Logical. It's like the critical factor. All right, Katie, do you want to have a go? Are you going to go along the same route?
Yeah.
You are? Because it worked so well for Rachel? Oh, I thought you had it there.
No.
All right, I'll show you. I'm going to position the paper clips, and then I'm going to link them to the rubber band. I'm actually going to use this £10 note. Okay, it's not cheating because I didn't say you couldn't use anything, right? Okay, so here we go. We'll fold this bit over, the paper clips. This one. Rubber band goes around the banknote like that. Fold this over. Put the other one on. Ready? 2 paper clips on the rubber band without touching them. 1, 2, 3. Here we go.
The trick here is to use the tenner. Alex folds it over, attaches 1 paper clip, then the rubber band. He then folds the note again and adds the other paper clip. Then he just pulls. As if by magic, all 3 items are hooked together.
I think I'll have another one of those, please.
One mark, 1 laptop, and 1 nasty surprise. Because a few minutes later, his laptop is gone. This is the trusting stranger. It's a beautiful sunny morning, and it looks like new recruit Polly is dressed for a spot of cycling. But first, she stops off for some light refreshments. In fact, she's having a good look around this cafe for a suitable mark. A mark with a suitably expensive laptop. Time for a bit of friendly flirting.
Excuse me, do you know if there's any, I've got a bike, is there, do you just ride on the road here, or is there bike lanes?
Yeah, there's a few, you just have to take your chance.
Yeah, just find them. Yeah. It's quite nippy out today, isn't it?
Isn't it?
It looks sunny, but deceiving.
Yes.
riding on my bike, I was like, oh.
Keep you nice and warm while I exercise.
Yeah, it's nice and warm in here actually. Good spot in the sun. You from here?
Polly's certainly turning on the charm, and this guy seems happy to get all her attention. Here's someone else looking for his morning coffee. It's new recruit Jazz. And his entrance is Polly's cue to get up and leave. But timing is crucial here.
Hi there. Could I just get, Oh, actually, no, I'll grab one of these smoothies.
Yeah, cool.
Polly doesn't want anyone else to sit down next to the mark, only Jazz.
Thank you. Yeah, I do.
So she makes a bit more small talk until he takes her place.
Which is the best way, do you think, to cycle to the West End? Byers Road, have you ever heard of that?
Yeah. Go up to the traffic lights.
Yep.
Turn.
Okay.
Seamless.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Nice to meet you.
One customer leaves, another arrives. The mark doesn't suspect that these two hustlers are really working together as a team. Jazz has only just arrived, but it's already time for him to make his move.
Excuse me, mate. Do you mind just looking after us while I go to the toilet? Ah, cheers, mate.
So what's Jazz up to? Why is he leaving his laptop with a complete stranger? In fact, this is all part of the plan. Jazz is back from the gents. Lucky for him, his laptop is still there. This is clearly an honourable mark. Now for the final part of the scam. Polly is still outside. Looks like she's having a bit of trouble with her bike lock. If only there was a big strong man to help her.
Hi, it's only me again, I'm sorry. This won't work on my lock. I don't know if you can tell me, it's like a big, yeah.
Will the mark help? And what's she going to do with that laptop of his? Jazz trusted him earlier with his laptop. Maybe he'll ask for the same favour in return.
I can't do it. Is that all right?
If you could.
Yeah, of course.
Cheers, thank you. Sorry, I don't know that I'm just being silly. I've been trying for ages, and I'm really trying to do it, but it's not working. It's literally only here.
The mark is just out of sight of the windows and his laptop.
It's just done a bit stiff.
Jazz needs to time his move just right, or he'll be in deep trouble.
I wouldn't have said it was you.
Time to go. Trying to act as casual as possible, Jazz packs up his gear. And whilst the mark is distracted,
If I turn it much harder, it'll break the plastic.
Jazz helps himself to his laptop.
I can't help you, I'm afraid.
No, don't say that!
The mark is on his way back,
Thank you, though. Cheers, nice to meet you. Bye.
and Jazz is on his way out by the other exit, and not a moment too soon. The mark is left wondering what on earth happened.
It looks sunny, but deceiving.
A chat with a beautiful girl over coffee has suddenly turned into a nightmare of a day. There's no sign of Polly. And that bike wasn't hers in the first place. No wonder the key didn't fit.
And the girl came back and said, listen, I'm really sorry to bother you. Asked me if I wouldn't mind helping her with her bike lock that appeared to be jammed. So I thought, I've looked after this guy's stuff. He'll be fine looking after mine. So went back in after 30 seconds. The guy was gone with his stuff and my stuff. So yeah, it was quite clearly they were operating together.
The key to this scam is that Jazz asks the mark to look after his laptop for him. Then when the mark goes off to help Polly, he feels obliged to do the same. He doesn't want to offend Jazz by not returning his trust.
It's easy to avoid a scam like this. By all means, help people, but take care of your property when you do, and don't leave it with someone that you don't know. There's no shame in being cautious with your own possessions.
Earlier today, Gareth Gates played the role of a futures trader, helping the hustlers convince this Mark that she was dealing with a legitimate financial company.
Now, Marius.
Buy gold! Buy gold!
She's been offered the chance to invest and double her money in the same afternoon.
We know what's going to happen. We know how to make money with it.
Sounds a little too good to be true, as she's about to find out in The Stock Swindle, Part 2. The girls have arrived back at TRH Investments, accompanied by financial reporter Alex and his friend Polly, who's also a first-time investor. Even at a guaranteed 100% return, this is not yet a done deal. The hustlers will need to persuade the Mark to actually invest her hard-earned money.
This man will need some cash.
Yeah, damn.
Polly is here as a convincer.
How much are you putting down today?
Oh.
She hands over £4,000. The Mark's eyeing the cash.
Mine?
Will she join Polly in investing?
And how much are you guys putting in today?
Yeah.
This is a big decision for the Mark. She's brought savings to invest in her future. But the hustlers have different ideas for her cash.
Oh, great. Go for it.
And here comes the money. £500 in cash borrowed from the Mark's friend, then another 500 on her bank card. Being the hustler he is, Paul makes sure there isn't more where that came from.
So much smaller than that other pile, isn't it? At the end of the day, everybody says the same thing, that they should have put all their money in there. So if you have more money and you want to put it in, it'll take about an hour. Well, you know, we don't take it by pounds, but...
The well is truly dry. Time for Gareth to take possession of the cash and card. But this is the first time the Mark will come face to face with him. If he gets recognised, it's game over.
Hi there, Rob.
Do you want to process these for me right away? Try and get them in before the coffee futures come in, please. And take 500 off of that card as well.
Right.
And he'll have to hold on to the card until after trading, but that's, you know, that's fine. All right.
Shouldn't take too long.
Gareth makes a quick exit, taking the investments away with him.
We just sit and wait now. So you're looking at nice big. I mean, it should go haywire after the announcement.
Now they just need to sit back and watch the traders work their magic on the CCTV feed.
Everybody sell, sell, sell. Everybody sell like crazy.
But what are the hustlers playing at? The Mark's going nowhere until she gets her £2,000 return.
Yeah, I mean, we're looking to go at 23.60 at least.
Yeah.
Gareth's back from the trading floor.
Yeah.
And he's got some very bad news.
That's pretty...
Yeah.
And it's like Rob. This is really downstairs.
Downstairs?
We're on the way up now.
Let me deal with it.
Let
me deal with it. Can you just...
Sure.
Guys, I'll just be a few minutes.
Sure.
Something's wrong, and Paul goes to sort it out.
You know, it's very exciting. But when... Are you lost?
Oh no.
Panic breaks out on the trading floor.
Oh no, this is really not good. Susie, this is really bad.
Who are they?
Susie, everyone needs to be
Hang
out.
on, no.
Everyone needs to be out.
Who are they?
Hang on.
Is that a fire drill?
No, it's...
The girls watch the CCTV feed in complete shock. Everyone is being arrested, and this whole operation is clearly not legit.
Get your stuff quick, come on, we've got to go quick. Just get your stuff and go, come on. It's inside trading, it's illegal, there are people in there, you're going to get arrested if you don't get downstairs now. Get your stuff now, come on.
I've just given them my money though.
I know, but sweetheart, you'll end up in prison if you don't get everything. Come now.
We don't want to be interviewed by these guys.
Come now, come on.
The shell-shocked girls silently follow Jess, doing exactly what they're told.
Hurry up, quick.
This whole scenario has been created for one purpose: to make them scared of being arrested and get them as far away from the office as possible.
Just get downstairs. If you stay here,
Hey, you're going to get arrested if they come and find you, because this is called inside trading. You're using non-public information to gain money.
They've got no choice but to abandon the money and the credit card. If they want to avoid getting caught up in the fraud investigation, they've got to get out.
Okay, just go. Just go.
The girls run off, shell-shocked and wondering what on earth just happened.
We have no idea where anyone's gone or where our money is or anything. And I just saw it as a way of, you know, as a way of me getting myself started and saving. And everyone said it was a really good idea. I thought it would be. I felt like such an idiot.
So what really did happen?
Marius, now, Marius.
Buy gold! Buy gold!
No surprises, it wasn't a real futures trading company. That market data was really just a looping graphic sequence created for the scam.
Every 4 minutes, look, if you watch here, it goes up.
It's perfect.
Cool.
And those fraud investigators were actually Alex, Jazz, and Polly.
All right, people, well done. That was good.
Of course, Alex and Polly were also in the investors' lounge when it all kicked off. And that's because the CCTV feed wasn't live. Gareth switched on a pre-recorded DVD whilst the girls were distracted.
Oh no.
And as soon as the coast was clear, the hustlers ran the whole scam all over again with their next unfortunate mark.
Wonderful. Fraud investigation department, everyone put your handsets down.
Just get out quick.
What do you mean?
Get out. No, just get out now, please. Otherwise, you're going to get arrested.
Insider trading?
Yes, just get out.
That was dreadful, actually. I felt awful. And from the moment they walked into the room, I just felt dreadful. My heart was racing. I avoided all eye contact with them and tried to make sure they didn't sort of see me all that much. You know, I'm that bad person who's taking the money away.
This whole setup is designed to make the marks believe that they're dealing with a large-scale financial operation. But as we know, just because you see a few people in good suits shouting orders down a telephone, that doesn't mean you're dealing with a legitimate business.
This is a very elaborate scam. This needs a lot of people to make it work, and they're looking for a lot of victims. The important thing here is to make sure you look for a properly accredited financial advisor and don't accept advice on the hoof.
If you want to know more about how the show is made, go to bbc.co.uk/realhustle.